Now let's talk a little bit of Ultimate Frisbee with Heath Shanahan of the Indianapolis Alley Cats. Heath, how are you tonight, my friend?
Oh, we got a W, John, so I'm doing great.
So I'm just going off of what was tweeted by the Indianapolis Alley Cats accounts. Game of the year. Why was this the game of the year?
Well, John, as you know, being a Alley Cats aficionado yourself,
Yes.
I mean, this is a big year for the Cats. They are sitting on top of the division, the Midwest Division. They're sitting at 6-3 now. Today they played the Minnesota Wind Chill, who were 5-4 coming in. So they were in striking distance of that first place. This one was for the tiebreaker leading into the playoffs. So they get the win 24-23. Great game all around, and it secures the tiebreaker over Minnesota, which is huge.
Yes, it does. And it looks like you also, from judging by the photos I saw, you guys had a lot of fans there out in support tonight.
Absolutely. It was a great crowd. A lot of first-timers, too. We were talking to some people afterwards, and they were just as excited as you were after your first Alley Cats game. So, I mean, we had just a great all-around effort. The game was within 2 scores the entire game. At the end of the first, the Alley Cats were up 5-3. At halftime, they were 11-10. After the third, they were up 18-17. And, of course, they get the win 24-23. So it was back and forth all game, never more than a 2-goal lead for either team. The Wind Chill did claw back and they had a 1-point lead at one point, but Alley Cats were able to turn it around, and it was just a fantastic game all around. Had a lot of great individual efforts as well.
I want to talk about those in just a moment, Heath. We're up against a break here. Can you hang on through the scoreboard update?
Absolutely.
Okay, thanks a lot, Heath. We'll appreciate it. We're going to be back with Heath Shanahan in just a moment, talk more about the Indy Alley Cats win, plus a lot more to get to when we come back on Network Indiana's Indiana Sports Talk. Thank you very much, Jimmy. Heath Shanahan rejoins me on the St. Vincent Sports Performance Hotline. Heath, with the Indianapolis Alley Cats Ultimate Frisbee team winning tonight 24-23. What was the game of the year? We were talking about it beforehand, Heath. A lot of key contributions from a lot of players. Who were some of the big guys that stepped up tonight?
Well, you can't look any further than the combo of Keegan North and Travis Carpenter. Keegan had 7 assists, 4 goals. Travis Carpenter had 7 assists and 3 goals. So right there, a lot of contribution from the two of them. It was really an all-around performance from the entire team, but those fill on the stat sheet obviously are those two. Rick Gross had 3 assists, 4 goals, and then, of course, the all-time leading AUDL goal champion, Cameron Brock, added 6 goals tonight. So as far as the Cats go, there were a few that really stuffed the score sheet, but it was an all-around performance. The entire team played really well. Keenan Plew only notched 1 assist and 1 goal, but he was just a key cog there in the middle who was catching the disc and distributing frequently and often. So as far as the Alley Cats go, they had those key contributors, but I would be remiss if I didn't say that the Wind Chill played a fantastic game as well. Brian Vanuka had 7 assists and 5 goals. Josh Klain notched 6 assists, and then Quinn Snyder had 6 goals as well. So they had a couple of standout individuals as well, but obviously the Alley Cats are the one that we're real excited about tonight, notching that 24-23 victory up in Westfield.
So what's next for the Alley Cats?
Well, there's 3 games left in the regular season. They're sitting at 6-3 now. They are at Pittsburgh on June 29th, which is another big game because Pittsburgh Thunderbirds are currently sitting at second in the division at 5-3. They just knocked off defending league champion, the Madison Radicals, dropping the Radicals down to 4-5, which is a very unusual record for Madison. They have dominated the Midwest Division for many years, and obviously they dominated the entire league last year, winning it all. So a little bit of a hangover this year for Madison. So they play the Pittsburgh Thunderbirds on June 29th at Pittsburgh. And then they're home for back-to-back games up in Westfield. They've got Chicago Wildfire on July 6th, and then those Thunderbirds are coming right back here to Westfield to play the Alley Cats on July 14th. So I encourage everybody to get up to Westfield at Grand Park Sports Complex, the indoor complex as well. So you don't have to worry about all the rain we've been having, but they put on a good show, and it's a lot of fun, John. I know you came out and called a game for us this year, and it was a lot of fun. Tonight's was a lot of aerial attacks, and that's what's exciting for the fans. A lot of oohs and ahs, you might say.
Also, you recently had your very first Ultimate Day in Indiana, which was a day where the sport, kind of like basketball day, was a day where the sport of Ultimate got a lot of recognition throughout the state. What kind of response did you receive from that?
So we've had a fantastic response, and we've tried to capitalize a little bit on that. We had the high school all-star game, which on Ultimate Day in Indiana, we had the high school championship where Fishers defeated Center Grove for Fishers' first win in school history in Ultimate. And then we had the all-star game today where there was a number of that Fishers Baja team as well as the Center Grove Trojans team represented on that all-star game, but also had players from South Bend Adams, from Noblesville, from Greenwood and Southport. So a lot of really promising, hopefully future Alley Cats out there on the field today. And we've just had a great response. I mean, the Ultimate community is, although a small community, still a very, very passionate community. And we're trying to continue to grow it. And, all those Indiana Sports Talk listeners, we, of course, encourage them to come out. And I've had many talks with Bob Lovell about the Alley Cats, and he knows a thing or two about Ultimate. I know when you've talked to him on Sports Talk, He's probably surprised you a little bit with some of his knowledge. So it's a great sport. It's a great time. And, it's just one of those things where you don't really know what you're getting into until you get there, and then you're hooked.
Yeah, what website can people go to find out more? Is it IndyAlleyCats.com? Is that right?
Well, it's myalleycats.com.
myalleycats.com, okay.
And that's where you can buy tickets there. You can find more information. You can also follow them on Indy Alley Cats on Twitter, find them on Facebook. It's a great organization ran by a bunch of great people. And, I execute the broadcast. And tonight I had Alex Hutton and Zach Mabry on the call. And we just had a good time. Like they said on Twitter, game of the year. I would tend to agree with that one. It was a lot of fun. We were all standing up the whole time, couldn't sit down, hearts racing. So it's a lot of fun. And like I said, myalleycats.com for tickets and for information. They're on all the social media platforms as well.
All right, Heath Shanahan from the Indianapolis Alley Cats joining us on the St. Vincent Sports Performance Hotline. Heath, thank you so much for calling in. Good luck to the Alley Cats going forward, and I'll talk to you down the road.
Appreciate it, John. We'll talk soon.
All right. Thanks a lot, Heath.